Paying a deposit to your building contractors, what do we think about this? Before we get into this, let's be clear that there's no right or wrong answer on this topic, and I know it's an emotive one. And I'm looking for opinions from service providers, i.e. contractors, and the consumer, the customer. And I know that this is also opinion-based, and here's some of the considerations that you've got to make. Previous relationship, overall revenue of the job, any pre-start spend, risk and security for both sides. Now, I've gone back and forth with this conundrum so many times over the years that I've even confused myself with it. Now, and as a builder, I no longer take a deposit unless there's pre-start purchases to make, any deposits to be paid outwardly by myself to any suppliers or anything. Such things as windows, bespoke kitchens, steel fabrication, etc. There's a big old list. Non-standard equipment for materials or supplies. Now, as a client, I've been blessed in developing relationships with providers that no longer ask me for a deposit. We used to, but not anymore, which is, for me, a great sign. Now, what should you do as a customer, as a consumer? My first tip for you in this video, I'm going to be running a series on this, by the way. If you want to make sure that you stay connected to that, make sure you're following the page. Tap that follow button. Very first consideration is your gut, your feelings, your emotions. When the builder first asks you or told you that a deposit's required, I need to book a deposit to get time in my diary. What did your gut say when you heard that? What was the body language, the tonality, the way in which the builder asked for it? How did that make you feel? And if this made you feel anxious, nervous, worried, fearful, explore that and say it out loud. Say those things. Mate, this worries me. I'm not sure about a deposit. The way that you came across made me feel a little bit anxious. When your builder hears that, he's got a couple of options. Number one, you can explain the reasons why, logically, and alleviate those worries that you hold. Or number two, you can get all and use smart remarks that you'll find in the comments, by the way. This response is your first measure of the builder that you're dealing with. If they make no effort to alleviate your concerns in a consumer-provider relationship, you should not proceed. You should run away and take that as a win. Listen to your gut every single time. It's never failed me before, and hopefully, most likely, it's never failed you before. Here's a golden rule. No comfort, no deposit. No comfort, no deposit. Remember that you are the customer. It's their responsibility as a service provider to make you feel comfortable to do business with them. What do you think to this? Are you happy to pay a deposit or not? I'd love to hear from you in the comments.